This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, two-time PBA Finals MVP Mikey Williams is back, and now with Converge. What does his arrival mean for Converge's title hopes? Filipina tennis star Alex Eala is ready for Indian Wells, and she's reuniting with a familiar partner in doubles. A legal counterpunch from Manny Pacquiao. The boxing icon files a malicious prosecution lawsuit over claims linked to his 2015 mega fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 4th of March. Now, here's our roundup. Excitement is building in the California desert as Filipino tennis sensation Alex Eala gears up for a huge week at the Indian Wells Open, and she's reuniting with a familiar partner. The 20-year-old Filipina ace teams up once again with American standout Eva Jovic for the doubles competition. Currently ranked number 105 in doubles, Eala joins forces with the 133rd ranked Jovic, while in singles they stand at number 32 and number 18 respectively. The young duo first made noise at the ASB Classic in Auckland last January, where they powered their way to a semi-final finish, a breakthrough run that turned heads on tour. Meanwhile, Eala Mania has officially hit California. Just like during the Australian and Middle East swing, Eala's practice sessions have drawn waves of fans, with social media posts showing supporters packing the sidelines to catch a glimpse of the Filipina tennis ace even before tournament play begins. Eala has also shared practice courts with top names as she fine-tunes her game. Seated 31st in the tournament, Eala will open her singles campaign in the round of 64 against either Zhang Shuai of China or Diana Yastremska of Ukraine, with the match likely set for Saturday. Meanwhile, the duo will open their Indian Wells doubles campaign on Friday against the American-Latvian tandem of Hailey Baptiste and Yelena Ostapenko. Aryna Sabalenka has officially said yes, announcing her engagement to Brazilian entrepreneur Georgios Frangoulis in a swoon-worthy social media reveal. The power couple's story began in 2024 through a business connection before going public in April that year. Since then, Frangoulis has been a constant presence in Sabalenka's player box, cheering her on as she conquered the biggest stages in tennis. Frangoulis is the founder of Oakberry, the global acai brand that has expanded across international markets. A force in business and now linked to one of tennis's brightest superstars, his relationship with Sabalenka has captured attention far beyond the court. From a chance meeting in 2024 to a sparkling ring in 2026, this engagement marks a thrilling new chapter for Sabalenka, who continues to dominate the tour while building a future off the court. World #1 in tennis and winning in love too. People's champ Manny Pacquiao has filed a malicious prosecution lawsuit in Los Angeles, accusing several law firms and a plaintiff of making false claims in a previous multi-million-dollar case linked to his 2015 mega fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. The suit stems from a 2016 case filed by Gabriel Rueda, who claimed Pacquiao owed him an $8.6 million finder's fee for allegedly helping arrange the record-breaking bout. Pacquiao's legal team argues the claim was fabricated, saying there was never any agreement and that evidence later showed Rueda had admitted he was seeking no compensation. The boxing icon also denies allegations from the prior case that he orchestrated threats against Rueda, with his lawyers saying those claims were unfounded and dismissed in court. The NU Lady Bulldogs bounced back in dominant fashion, sweeping the UE Lady Warriors 25-19, 25-10, 25-19 in the UAAP Season 88 Women's Volleyball Tournament at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. After trailing early in the opening set, NU turned the match around with a massive run led by Ara Panique, Celine Marsh, and Vange Alinsug before cruising the rest of the way. The defending champions improved to 4-1 while rookie standout Sam Cantada, who is dealing with a shin injury, suited up but did not see action. Meanwhile, the FEU Lady Tamaraws also scored a straight sets win, taking down the Ateneo Blue Eagles 25-17, 25-17, 26-24. Faida Bacanque led FEU with 12 points as the Lady Tamaraws rallied late in the third set to seal the sweep and improve to 3-2, while Ateneo remained winless at 0-5. For the third straight year, Mobile Legends storms back into the Esports World Cup, this time with a bigger battlefield, more regions, and a massive $3.5 million prize pool on the line. Powered by the global vision of Moonton Games, the World Cup will showcase an expanded competitive format under its 5-region overhaul, uniting top teams from Southeast Asia, the Americas, Eastern Europe, and Central Asia, and East Asia, with India stepping onto the main stage spotlight. 16 elite squads will clash in the MLBB Mid-Season Cup, while the biggest wildcard stage yet opens doors for even more challengers, including Western Europe, to fight for a place among the world's best. The MLBB Women's Invitational returns just as fierce, featuring 16 teams and a brand new Western Europe qualifier. Defending Queens team Vitality are locked in to defend their throne after securing a historic third title. And if history is any sign, expect fireworks. At EWC 2025, Mobile Legends dominated the charts with over 47 million hours watched and a staggering 3 million peak concurrent viewers. Converge may have added just another major piece to its title aspirations. With two-time PBA Finals MVP Mikey Williams now in the fold, the Fiber Xers are hoping his scoring and experience can elevate the team heading into the Commissioner's Cup. Coach Delta Pineda and big man Justin Arana are among those excited about the arrival of the Star Guard, but they also know building chemistry will be key. Here's the exclusive report of Zeus Valdez.
Converge head coach and Pampanga City Vice Governor Delta Pineda believes the arrival of two-time PBA Finals MVP Mikey Williams could play a key role in elevating the Fiber Xers as they prepare for the upcoming PBA Commissioner's Cup. Williams was recently introduced as Converge's newest acquisition, marking his return to the PBA after nearly 3 years away from league action. For Pineda, adding a proven champion and Finals MVP gives the team a valuable veteran presence to guide a young and promising core. Williams joins a Converge lineup that also features playmakers Juan Gomez de Leaño and Alex Stockton, alongside frontcourt options Justin Baltazar, Calvin Abueva, and Justin Arana. But according to Pineda, the real challenge now will be building chemistry as the team integrates its newest star into the system. Converge big man Justin Arana, for his part, said the team is also excited about the addition of Williams as they aim to maximize their new look backcourt.
Hopefully mag-gel kami, especially kala Mikey and sila Juan. Siyempre yung pressure nandiyan naman, pero yun nga, nasa amin na lang kung paano namin i-handle.
Williams signing rights were acquired by Converge last year in a trade with TNT that sent Jordan heading to the Tropang 5G, one of the biggest moves heading into the Commissioner's Cup. With a veteran leader now joining a talented young core, the Fiber Xers are hoping the revamped lineup can come together quickly as they target a strong run in the upcoming PBA 50 Commissioner's Cup. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The FIA World Endurance Championship has called off its season opening race in Qatar amid escalating tensions in the Middle East. The Qatar 1812-kilometer race scheduled for March 26 to 28 at Lusail International Circuit was canceled following regional airspace closures and security concerns after attacks involving Iran, the United States, and Israel. With safety cited as the top priority, officials confirmed the endurance season will now begin in Italy this April. The Qatar round is expected to be rescheduled later in the 2026 calendar, while motorsport authorities continue to monitor the situation in the region. The developments also place upcoming Formula One events in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia under close watch as organizers assess potential impacts from the ongoing conflict. U.S. President Donald Trump is shrugging off questions about Iran's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. In an interview, Trump said he doesn't care if Iran participates in the tournament. The remark comes as uncertainty grows over whether Iran will send a team to the tournament hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Iran, the first team to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, was not present at a FIFA planning meeting in Atlanta this week, raising further questions. The issue is also complicated by Trump's travel ban, which includes Iran, though World Cup teams may still receive visa exemptions. Iran is currently scheduled to face New Zealand, Belgium, and Egypt in the group stage. But Iran's Football Federation says the country may reconsider participation following recent military strikes in the region. Cade Cunningham is emerging as a serious contender in the 2025-26 NBA Most Valuable Player Award race. The 23-year-old star has powered the Detroit Pistons to the best record in the Eastern Conference while averaging 25.5 points and 9.8 assists per game. Availability could also play a major factor. Cunningham has appeared in 53 of Detroit's 59 games, keeping him on pace to clear the NBA's 65-game eligibility requirement for major awards. Meanwhile, defending MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and three-time winner Nikola Jokic are both walking a tightrope with missed games. If Detroit holds its place atop the East and Cunningham remains available down the stretch, the Pistons star could find himself right at the center of the MVP conversation. Meanwhile, here are the results from around the league. When we return, the Dean himself, Quinito Henson, joins us to break down the much-anticipated Pacquiao-Mayweather rematch, what it means for boxing, what both legends still have left in the tank, and whether history could play out differently this time around. Plus, his outlook on the future of Gilas Pilipinas, from the next generation of talent to the direction of the national program. All that and more when we return right here on The Scorecard.
And the award for the best online game scammer goes to...
Maraming salamat sa lahat ng hindi nag-check kung legit ang site. Kung wala kayo, wala kaming kikitain.
Huwag maging dahilan ng saya ng scammers. Tandaan, walang maloloko kung walang magpapaloko. Play safe. Play only in PAGCOR licensed gaming sites. Visit www.pagcorguarantee.ph or scan the QR code.
Welcome back to The Scorecard. A massive night in boxing could be on the horizon as talks of a Pacquiao-Mayweather rematch continue to capture the attention of fans around the world. What could a second fight mean for the legacy of both legends? And does Manny Pacquiao still have what it takes to change the story this time around? And at the same time, we also look ahead to the future of Gilas Pilipinas and the direction of the national program as it continues to build for the years to come, as well as the upcoming PBA All-Star Weekend. Joining us to break it all down is the Dean of Philippine Sports, Quinito Henson. Quinito, thank you so much and welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Anton, and I got a nice haircut to be able to come out with you today.
Looking good, Dean. All right, let's start things off with Mayweather and Pacquiao 2. How did we get here, and did you see this ever materializing?
Well, this is 11 years in the making. You remember, of course, in their first meeting in 2015, ano ba nangyari doon? Nanalo si Mayweather, but it was hotly contested. I thought that Pacquiao had a slight edge towards the end, but you know that could be a partisan viewpoint. But remember, Pacquiao fought with an injured shoulder that required surgery after the.
You mentioned money, and I've seen so many reports about people saying Mayweather is broke, and that's why he's taking all these fights. What do you know about this, Quinito?
Well, I can only comment on what I read in the news, and you don't know what's fake, we don't know what's genuine. But
because there's one video that I keep watching from that first fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather. It was a clip wherein Mayweather was against the ropes. He had his hands up, and then Manny Pacquiao unleashed a combo. He started with the body and then went to the head. And he stepped back a little bit, and then Mayweather put his hands down and started shaking his head, saying, "No, you didn't hurt me." So that's the strike zone that you were mentioning. What other combos should Manny Pacquiao unleash to be able to penetrate that defense of Floyd Mayweather?
well, Anton, I said earlier that he can't stay in the pocket. Sometimes
you mentioned and go back to them in September. Quinito, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the outlook for Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games. I was reading an article earlier about the passport rule and the chance of having Benny Boatwright on the team, Mike Phillips, QMB still there, of course. What are your thoughts on Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games?
Well, there's a difference between the Asian Games, the Southeast Asian Games, and FIBA tournaments. FIBA tournaments will allow only one naturalized import. Asian Games and the Southeast Asian Games, well, for the Southeast Asian Games, sometimes they will allow anyone who has a passport to play. So that means you can naturalize as many players as you want, so long as they're carrying Philippine passports, they can play. I think that same rule might apply in the Asian Games, where we had Brownlee and Kwame playing together. Now, we don't know exactly what rules they will apply in the Asian Games coming up in Nagoya, but if they apply the rule that whoever has a Philippine passport can play, then you can have Brownlee, then you can have Boatwright, assuming he already has his Philippine passport by then, and even Kwame playing at the same time. And it will also open the doors for all those Filipino foreigners who were able to get their passports after 18. So, Mikey Williams can play, Palungay can play, and of course, Michael Phillips, he already has recognition as a local. It opens up a lot of doors for the Philippines. Now, for FIBA tournaments, and there are still 4 windows left in the qualifications for the World Cup, we are going to be moving into the second round. And Iran's status is in doubt because, as you know, we don't know whether Iran is going to be able to continue playing in the FIBA qualifiers. But in the second round of competitions, we are going to be in a group with Iran and Jordan and Syria or possibly Iraq. So those are the teams that we have to contend with, the teams that we have to play against to be able to get the qualification now. Out of the reconstituted 16 group in the second round of qualifications, the top 3 will enter the World Cup, which means if Australia and New Zealand are shoo-ins, that the last slot is going to be contested by the Philippines, by Jordan, possibly by Iran, by Syria, by Iraq. And so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We're hoping, though, that come July, in the third window, not yet the second round, we're still in the first round in July, Michael Phillips will already be making his debut. But I'm also looking in our game against Australia, there are many lessons to learn from. First of all, basketball is a game of possessions. And in that game, Australia had 19 more field goal attempts than us. You cannot win a game if you're not forcing turnovers and if you're not dominating the rebounds. You need turnovers, you need to get those rebounds to be able to generate your possessions. If you've got a very superior team like Australia taking 19 more field goal attempts, you're doomed to failure. And that's exactly what happened. We didn't get the turnovers. Australia had only 5 turnovers the whole game. And they were plus 12 in rebounds. They killed us on the offensive boards. They killed us in paint points. They had 6 more 3-point connections, and that's already 18 points right there. So those are the things that we need to address. I think we also weren't able to execute our offense the way we want. We let their defense dictate what our offense can do. We need to be crisper. We need to be quicker and sharper with our passes. That wasn't happening. We were playing too much one-on-one basketball. Triangle offense may work sometimes, but we need to be able to have that ball movement that European teams are known for and what NBA teams are now doing. Now, the future for Gilas, I think it's bright because against Australia, we had 6 players who were at least 30 years old. Now, Pondy is 37 years old. Junmar Fajardo is 36 years old. Chris Newsom is 35 years old. I think the transition to the next generation is inevitable. And we've got several players, in fact, 9 players in our pool who are 29 years old and less. And, you know, I'm counting Michael Phillips, who's 23 years old. Kai Soto's 23 years old. Then we've got players who are 25, 26 years old. There's Juan Gomez de Leano. Baltasar is 29 years old. You've got Dwight Ramos. All those guys are in their 20s. So we can, Tamayo, Kevin Kiambao, who's 24 years old. All those guys we can build on for the future. But I think the process has to start now. Before the second round of eliminations come around, we need to be able to get those new pieces together. And Coach Tim Cohn, it's going to be a challenge. But I think if any coach can do it, Coach Tim can do it.
Lastly, Quinito, we were talking about it before we went on air, the All-Star Game. What are you looking forward to the most here with the new innovations that the PBA will be implementing?
Anton, very, very exciting All-Star Weekend. First of all, on Friday, there will be the Blitz game. That will involve the rookies and the sophomores versus the juniors. And I say Blitz because there is a new innovation rule, and that will be, they will count 3 points for every basket scored within 7 seconds from a change of possession. So in other words, if you get an offensive rebound and you score within less than 7 seconds, that's only going to count for 2 points if it's from the 2-point area. So that's going to be a nice one. And we have a 3-point shootout, and some of our best shooters are going to be there to try to win that championship. And then on Sunday, it's going to be North versus South. It's going to be a revival of that format. And we've got Coach Chot Reyes coaching the South, Leo Austrias coaching the North. The best players of the PBA will be in Candon, Ilocos Sur for an all-star extravaganza that didn't happen last year because of security concerns in Davao. So it's been a long wait, but I think the wait is going to be worth it. By the way, it was about an hour ago when 6 25-passenger buses left the PBA office in Libis to take that 5 to 6 hour route to Candon, Ilocos Sur. And each of those buses, by the way, is equipped with a toilet, and the passenger seats are also equipped with those adjustable backrests. So it's going to be a very comfortable ride for Coach, for the coaches, for the players, for Commissioner Willie Marshall. Another excellent job in putting this all-star extravaganza together. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. 5-star treatment for our PBA All-Stars. Quinito, thank you so much for the time, the analysis, and of course, building up excitement for this year's PBA All-Star Weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you again.
The Dean, Quinito Henson, joining us once again here on the Scorecard on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Talk to you again soon, Dean. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.